Hello everyone and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video, a game about where Kerbals go into the cosmos and explore the solar system. And today in this Kerbal Space Program video, I will be going to Minmus, but instead of just an ordinary Minmus video, I will be also doing a tutorial. So let us get started with the tutorial, shall we? The first thing you should do is add this Mark 1.3 capsule. I'm sorry, this is not very good in science mode, aren't we? You could use different stuff in science mode, but this is like a sandbox mode save, so whatever. So put the Mark 1.3 capsule, which you will unlock very later in the tech tree. And put a heat shield, 2.5 meters. Also put a decoupler, which I accidentally put a stack separator on there. I put a fuel tank and a Poodle engine, which will look different because I'm using Restock. And put another separator under that, which again I used a stack separator. Put one fuel tank instead of two. I will remove that fuel tank, don't worry. And then put the skiff engine, which I haven't put yet. And actually, I'm putting the parachute now. Don't forget the parachute, guys, if you're watching this. Now put the skiff engine, and also put, once again, a decoupler, not a stack separator. I didn't use stack separators on this one, but whatever. There we go. I removed the fuel tank now, and only used that one. And now use the bigger fuel tank, like the one 2.5 meter, but also the longest one, like 2 times bigger than the one we just put. I'm just trying to find it. It's pretty hard. You just saw the fuel tank that I put. It has to be 2 times bigger than that, and it also doesn't look like that. I'll put it down in a second. There we go. Your parts will look different because I'm using Restock, and you're probably not. If you don't know what Restock is, it's a parts mod where you can reskin the parts. You can also use Restock Plus, but I'm not using that. So if you want to follow along, though, use Restock Plus. Now I'm choosing the engines here, and in the end, I went with the vector. Sorry, I just forgot the name for a second. As you can see, I put 2 vectors on this engine plate here. Use making history for this. This is the only making history parts you'll have to use. Otherwise, no DLC parts. You can use this completely stock. Like the vectors are stock, but the engine plate is the only non-stock part on this craft. Now name it Minmus tutorial if you want to actually follow along and everything. And now it's time to launch. Okay, now it's time to launch. It takes a little while. I'm sorry, it takes a while. I just have a few mods. It'll take much shorter if you have mod free. And I promise this video will not be using mods. I do have a few installed. I have Parallax, which I just installed, Scatter and Eve, which I also used in some of my videos. I think I used Eve in my first video, but it was Eve with another one, Stock Visual Enhancements. Scatter, which I already showcased, and I didn't showcase this one, did I? Yes, I have another one, and not only this one, I also have FreeIva, which is not this one, which you'll see on screen right now. This one I think is the EditorExtension. I don't know exactly the name of every single mod, but if I can't tell you, I'll tell you in a future video, maybe in a mod tutorial, whatever. But if I do ever make a mod tutorial, I will definitely tell you about this mod because it's so cool. I don't being interrupted by the engines. Anyway, we have liftoff. I now forgot what I was about to say, but let me end that conversation, didn't I? Basically, I have a bunch of mods. That's the end of the sentence. You just saw the moon on screen, right? That's not our destination today. We're going to Minmus. as you can see, this rocket is pretty cool, right? Basically, I'm also gonna do live commentary when I land on Minmus, not live chat. Sorry, I probably won't do live chat for a while, but basically I'm gonna do live commentary, which I will just talk like live. I don't know. Right now you're hearing editing me, like me when I'm doing this voiceover right now. But then soon you'll see but then you'll see my voice change. That's because I changed from editing me to live me. I'll come up with a better name in a future video, but for now it's just editing me and live me. That's probably not the best name for it, right? But whatever, let's just continue. Gravity turn. I did not talk about anything about the gravity turn. Just to get to 45 degrees when you're about 10 kilometers, 30 degrees when you're at 25 kilometers, and about 0 degrees when you hit the top, very thin parts of the atmosphere, about 50 to 60 kilometers. That's what I would do. I think I heard someone in the comments saying that a more steep ascent would be better, but I like doing it this way just because, like, this ascent I feel like is a bit more efficient. Yeah, that's it. I also using better Timewarp. That's why I'm going so fast in the Timewarp settings. Just forget why it's going so fast. That's because I'm using better Timewarp. Anyway, I will put this video on 4K, I promise, but it will probably not be 4K for like very long, and it will probably be very laggy at 4K, but okay, I'll just put it at 4K, okay? Set Minmus as a target. Yes, you have reached orbit, hopefully. Use like Scott Manley tutorial on how to get it to orbit. I'll probably not do my tutorial right now, but whatever. You just use Scott Manley. He's a very famous YouTuber. I watched him when I was a very early KSP player. I highly recommend his tutorials. So yeah. If you already got into orbit without any help, that's okay. Minmus tutorial, you can use Scott Manley's or mine, doesn't matter. Now, Minmus encounter. I didn't talk about anything about the transfer. You can also use like stuff like transfer window planner, but it probably doesn't work on Minmus, so just use like DeltaV maps or something like that. But basically what you want to do to get a Minmus encounter, put Minmus 90 degrees away from the ascending or descending node, and then put your maneuver node on the ascending or descending node, and then when you get to Minmus, it will be there when you reach it, and the burn is approximately 930 meters a second. I think I did it for like 910, but in the preview window on my screen, it's just so small, so I can't see it. Okay, anyway, it's probably like 910 to 950, I think the max is, unless you do like very inefficient burns, which probably don't do, unless you're doing like real time, unless you're like cheating or something like that, but this is not a cheating tutorial, like okay, there goes the stack separator. I'm not using cheats on this. I do have vessel mover, but I'm not using that. As you can see, I slightly overshot the burn, so I have to go back and fine tune it a little bit. By the way, for this part, you should probably lower your lower your thrust limiter to very low, because Minmus' sphere of influence is so finicky to like touch. every like small key on the keyboard, like you press shift and it just massively moves your orbit from like the edge of Minmus' sphere of influence to the other edge of Minmus' sphere of influence. Like a tiny tap of the key is very aggressive. So lower your thrust limiter. That's pro tip. By the way, right now there's about to be a very, very big bug. I don't know if this is a bug or if this is a glitch or if this is none, and this is like something weird that happened. When I time warped, the orbit suddenly just disappeared and lowered drastically. Like my velocity lowered from like 9,000 meters, no, not 9,000 meters a second, 2,974 meters a second. There you go. To like, I don't know. There you go. See, it was like at Minmus' sphere of influence, and now it's slightly shorter than that. And it's very weird. I don't know if this is a bug or if this is something else, but pro tip, don't time warp too fast, because maybe that could be the issue, or maybe better time warp is the issue, but I don't know. And I'm sorry this video is a bit longer than usual, right? 22 minutes is pretty long than my normal videos. It's because I just wanted to not speed up the footage. Just for beginners, like if you're a beginner and you don't want to drastically overshoot the video or accidentally forget to pause it and miss a lot of details. So yeah. So now Minmus encounter. I spent a lot of time in my Minmus encounter because it's very hard. And I forgot to lower my thrust limiter again, so every tap on the key, as you can see, just massively swings my orbit to like thousands of kilometers. And I don't know why I forgot. And I also forgot landing legs, so I forgot a lot of things on this tutorial because I'm kind of rushing. Once again, you know that I said in my SFS video, which I'm really proud of, that I rushed that video. Yeah, I'm also rushing this video because I almost forgot about this video. Instead of like, no, wait, not the SFS video, like the shorts. You know the short that I made. It's telling about my new schedule. Like I was very rushed on that video because I just drastically forgot about it. But also I forgot about this video, and I just need to rush it as fast as possible just so I can upload it on schedule. So yeah, here it is, capturing around Minmus. Now, Minmus landing is very, very finicky. Do not time warp too fast because then you will drastically undershoot or overshoot or even crash into the surface of Minmus. And Minmus' gravity is so low and it's so small. Oh my god, look at that view. If you time warp too much, then you will just crash into the surface. Anyway, we are approaching the moment of live me. Live me will soon take over and start respawn the commentary, I guess. Like take over the commentary, and that is in a few minutes, I think. Like a few seconds after I land, I will say hand it over to you, editing live me, and that means I'm gonna start the live commentary. Always aim for the Minmus flats if you're a beginner. If you are a beginner, then aim for the Minmus flats, because the Minmus flats is extremely flat and also it has lots of it doesn't have many rocks, so if you just land in the middle of the flats, it's so flat, like you can land without landing legs and even be on a slight inclination as well. You'll never fall over unless you have like a 10-meter tall lander. That would be pretty silly, right? Anyway, landing on the surface of Minmus is pretty simple. It's probably the easiest moon to land on if you don't time warp too fast, and if you come down pretty slow, it's probably the easiest moon to land on. Anyway, it's time. It's time to hand over to live me. in a second I will hand over to him. Okay, and in a second. Okay, hand over to you, live me. Okay, hello everyone. This is live me now, and as you can see, we are on the surface of Minmus. Let's get chip diagramming out. I hope you can hear me right now. You probably are. I'll probably know this, but I'm live, so editing me would know. Okay, so now let's plant our flag. By the way, I didn't add landing legs. I don't know if I told you this when I was editing, but I probably had. Whatever. Okay, let's name it Minmus Tutorial. And name it I made a tutorial. Okay, this how to get to Minmus in beginner. I probably spelled that wrong, so I made the tutorial easy. Get there. Okay, there we go. Oh, and also, if you're in science mode, you could also get science and stuff, but I'm just gonna get that cool rock. Okay, spoiler alerts. Don't time warp too fast at Minmus, because Minmus's gravity is so low that you don't even have a way to like stop that time warp. So if you just time warp too fast, then you'll just go through Minmus and then just crash, and then your mission ended, and I would have meeting a similar fate. Okay, so here we go on a rock. Live commentary was probably not the best way to end, or I guess finish the middle part of the video, or finish like the landing part. But you know, I haven't done live commentary yet. This is not live, like this is not live chats or something like that. Just live commentary, which live commentary, if you don't know what that means, is when I'm talking like at the moment I'm playing as well. So it's kind of hard to like commentate. Oh, and I forgot, I mentioned, I think I mentioned this in the beginning, I have FreeIva installed. Okay, back to you, editing Theo. Thank you so much, live Theo. This is a great way, probably to like finish off the landing of this video. Anyway, time back to the tutorial. You have probably landed on Minmus and done all your surface activities. So now it is time to head back to Kerbin and get all your science rewards, or get back and success your mission and be very proud of yourself. Even if you do tutorials, you should probably be very proud of yourself by going to Minmus, because Minmus is pretty hard. I don't know if I mentioned this. But here we are. Slowly, you just have to set a maneuver node up, and then just swing the maneuver node around the orbits using that circle part of the maneuver node right in between all of the keys. Just swing your orbit around, as you can see, just like I did. I'm going to be doing a Mun gravity assist. And this is how you do gravity assists. You just set up a course to fly by a planet and not slow down. And then you just look at how your planets change their orbit. And then you should have a gravity assist set up. You can use it to speed up or slow down your path. So if you like, if your footage is like, okay, maybe not your footage, but like if you're going like 900 meters a second, then do a gravity assist, but you're at the same orbit, you're probably not going to be, because the gravity of the planets changed your orbits. So So it changed your orbit, and then that's a gravity assist. And that is how you do gravity assists. Wow, that was a brand new tutorial inside of a tutorial. Anyway, return back to Kerbin. You don't need to do him on gravity assist, but if you want to be smart and do gravity assists, do him on gravity assist. It's very fun. When you learn it, you can do it very obvious. Like very quickly, you can like start doing gravity assist more and more. By the way, another fatal not fatal like another error occurred on the journey back. When I was trying to go to the map screen to focus on Kerbin, but then I got into the wrong path and accidentally focused Ike, and I have Scatter and Eve installed, but also my textures are very high, so it took a very long time to like get out of that map view and go back. And also Kerbin is gonna look a bit weird, like with only clouds. It will happen in a second. About now, I think it will happen. Okay, now it's about now that this glitch will happen. I guess it's not really a glitch because it was kind of my fault that I did it. I'm gonna start my teal orbits burn just so I could slow down a lot, and there you go. That's what happened. And it will stay like this for a little while, like until you can skip this by going to 2140, I think, seconds into the video. And there we go. It's almost fixed. When you hit 2140, then it will probably go back. There we go. It went back now. It's not. It was kind of my fault that happened because I was the one that did that. But whatever. It's probably not going to make that much of a difference for you because you might have a bit better computer than me. Okay, re-entry. Go much slower than I am. I'm just going all the way and going straight into Kerbin. Always go for like 40 or 30 kilometers above the atmosphere instead of like straight into the ground, because then you'll go for a very steep re-entry, and as you can see, your parachutes won't do any effect at all. Just like me, I slammed into the ground at like 70 meters a second. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Did you like it? Who knows? If you did, leave a like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see all of you in the next video, in KSP 2, hopefully. Anyway, I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye bye!